Okay, people, so I'm here with 10 reasons. Somebody asked me to do a video. Top 10 reasons, I guess. 10 reasons why Ryback sucks. So, in no particular order, by the way. I just came up with ideas off the top of my head. Didn't put them in order or anything. Number one, there's no memorable matches of his. Like, I cannot remember a memorable match he really had. I mean, he was in a lot of main events. He was given a lot of opportunities, but there's not really a match that comes to mind that's really memorable of his that was like a classic or anything. I mean, I guess that CM Punk versus Ryback match at the tables, ladders, chairs match. Remember that for the championship? I guess that was kind of good, but that's about it pretty much. None others that really bring up a good memory of Ryback. Number two, his promos aren't really that good. Again, no memorable promos from Ryback that I could really, some Ryback fan did direct me to a decent promo he caught backstage Fallout, but I mean, it's backstage Fallout, people. It's not the fucking real thing. Cut a good promo on Raw, and then we could talk, But I mean, it kind of plays into the whole thing of WWE just going out and telling you what to say. And I think if they just let him be himself, because he's actually not that bad on his Twitter. He's actually pretty kind of funny, and that promo he cut at the hospital, he was pretty funny. So if you just let him be himself, a lot of these guys can be much better than they already are. Number three, he doesn't have good power moves. I mean, he's a big guy. He should have good power moves, but he doesn't really have any power moves. I mean, he has a couple, but not much. I mean, he's a big guy, big strong guy, and a guy like Cesaro has 10 times better power moves than he does. Number four, he botches a lot, and he kind of hurts people a lot too. I remember he was doing a thing with CM Punk in a brawl, and he did a gorilla press where he picks him up and tosses him over, and he almost missed him on the CM Punk on the table. I mean, I remember he was powerbombing Daniel Bryan, and he almost broke his neck. So I mean, there's a lot of and the botches too. He botched. I remember he was doing the shell shock on Tensai, he botched it, and he also botched the shell shock on Paul Heyman at a live event. So I mean, this guy is known for botches, and also known for kind of being a kind of dangerous guy to wrestle with. I believe he hurt Miz or something too at a live event. I don't know. I believe he hurt somebody. I can't confirm that, but I think he hurt somebody at a live event too or something. Number five. He was in the main event for a long ass time. He did not deserve it. 6 months after he came into the company, he was just right into the main event, and all he did was pretty much jobber matches before that, and he was just lifted right into the main event. Just made no sense at all. It's not like he had talent. It's not like he was that good. I mean, just basic fucking power moves. Just basic fucking moves. Not even power moves. Just basic fucking moves. There's nothing good from Ryback. He was just right into the main event in 6 months without even going through the mid card or anything. He just went from jobber matches pretty much to main event. Number six, this push failed. I mean, they tried to push and they tried to put him in the main event, and it just fucking failed. I mean, the crowd was boring. I mean, I watched some of those matches from 2012 that he was in the main event, and if you watch his entrance, he gets no response. He gets no reaction. And I mean, it's clearly his push failed, because after he was pushed there for about a few months, he was dropped right back down into the fucking. Actually, he wasn't. He kept going. Actually, he kept being pushed. After WrestleMania, he went on to face Cena, but then he pretty much became a jobber after that, and now he's being pushed again for some reason. Number seven, he seems like he's on steroids. I mean, I can't confirm this, but he's just a big roided up guy. It seems like. He gets injured a lot, so he's probably, I believe he got caught on some steroid shit or something like that. So he's probably on steroids, I'm guessing. I mean, Bret Hart said back in his era there was only about 2 wrestlers that were on steroids. So I'm going to bet he's on steroids. And even if he's not, he's still a big roided up guy. And the only reason he's getting pushed probably is because he's this big guy, and they love the big guys in WWE. The big guy. Like Ryback says. I mean, if he was a smaller guy, he probably wouldn't get pushed. Number 8, that fucking meat hook clothesline fucking sucks. I mean, he uses it as a signature move, when the clothesline's just a basic fucking move. I don't think it should be used as a finisher or signature move. I don't think, unless it's a really good clothesline. And his clothesline isn't a really good clothesline. It's actually a pretty shitty clothesline, and a lot of times it looks fucking just bad. Number 9, he does typical moves, just as I said earlier in this video, just basic moves pretty much. Nothing really unique, nothing really that out of the ordinary. I mean, it's a few things I guess, but I mean his moves are pretty much basic. He has this one move where the guy's like in between his legs, his head, and he picks up this head and just smashes it on the ground from like 1 foot above the ground. It's like, it doesn't even look bad. You're a big strong guy and that's all you could fucking do. Number 10, and some people might not know about this, but I remember him saying something like, I should be the guy to beat the Undertaker's streak, and he said this like I believe in like 2012 or 2013. Like, really? You think you should be able to beat the Undertaker's streak? He was like a year into the company, 6 months or something like that. I'm like, whoa, you lost me there, Ryback. You think you should be able to beat the Undertaker's streak? How about you accomplish something or get some more talent in this company before you start talking crazy shit like that? I mean, I get, you could aspire to be, big goals, but let's be reasonable here, Ryback, alright? So there you go, people. There's 10 reasons why Ryback sucks. I mean, just because he's come back and all of a sudden people like him. I mean, everybody's jumping on the, Ryback bandwagon, and it's like the train's going, but it's like the tracks end in 100 yards, and there's a big, it's on a mountain, and the tracks end, and you're just gonna fly off the mountain and go right down into the valley. I mean, why is everybody on the Ryback bandwagon? Before he got injured, nobody liked him really, and now everybody loves him. I mean, I don't get it. What's the big thing? What happened? What's so good about Ryback now? I mean, before people like hated him, they didn't even really like him, and now everybody loves him. What's so good about him? I don't see what's changed from him. Before you started booing him, what's changed? I don't see. Somebody comment. Some of you Ryback lovers comment. And I bet some people will say, "Oh, I loved him before." Then why weren't you guys cheering for him? It's like he's getting so many more fans, or at least his fans are now cheering for him. I mean, I just don't get it. What's up with the Ryback craze all of a sudden? So there you go, people. I still don't like Ryback. He's got to prove that he's actually got talent to me. I'm just not going to hop on a bandwagon. He's got to prove to me that he's actually got some talent and that he's actually improved for me to actually cheer for him. So there you go, people. There's 10 reasons why Ryback sucks.